There we go. How's it going? I got to disconnect there for a sec. Don't know what happened. Hello, hello. So hopefully, let's see here. Check this out over here. There we are. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Guys, we are doing a kit today, and I'm pinning it. Happy Friday Eve, friends. Hopefully everybody's had a good week. Let's see here. As usual, just trying to get all the things over here. As you come on, if you could say hello. There we go. Okay. Perfect. What is going on there? Okay, we're good. Hey, Sharon. Okay, there it goes. Now it's pinned. Ha ha. Always great when it works. You guys, we're doing a Christmas swag today. You hop on, you guys, 30-inch red. Gotta love it. Hey, Tracy. Hello, hello. Hey, Angela. Your bow maker's delayed. Oh, no. I always feel like that's the case when I'm, like, wanting to get something in the mail. I'm like, come on, come on. Why aren't you here yet? Come on. Hey, Trina. So, you guys, I'm going to show you how to put the mesh on one of these again. I keep getting questions about it. So, I want to make sure you guys know how I do it, okay? Y'all can do it however you want, but this is how I do it. Okay. This should be fun. Okay, you guys, so in the kit, hey, Stella, you will get a 30-inch red gorgeous teardrop. You will get a roll of mesh of this kind. You will get this beautiful sign. Isn't it cute? Can you guys see all the little gumdrops on it? Okay. Now, you will get these. You see that? Super cute. And then she's actually including 2 of these red sprays, ball sprays, okay? Now, of course, you guys know I like extras, so I had to grab stuff, which means that I grabbed 2 green, because I want red and green. Hello, it's Christmas. And then I grabbed these little beauties to go along with the sign. These little baby gumdrops. They're so cute. So we're going to be putting these together. I mean, come on. Look at that. So these are going to go on there too. Super fun. Super, super cute. But first, let's do mesh. So you guys, a lot of times, I get, I keep getting asked about the mesh. So we're going to do the mesh. Show you guys how I do it. So I cut about 12 pieces, 12 to 14 pieces of, I can't remember if it was 12 or 14 that I cut, but we'll find out. I cut them at 18 inches, okay? Once again, as you guys come on here, please say hello, spread the love. Okay, so we will take our 18-inch roll of mesh. We are going to let it roll onto itself. Guess more today, also the red, green ribbons too. Exactly. Okay, then we get to about here. Sorry. Okay, so start. Let it roll in. Get the 2 little ones, and then you just squish it, okay? Okay, so let me tell you something. So see how this came out like that? All you do is come in here and pull it and even it out, and you're good. So now we have this. So now that we've got our piece like this, we're going to take it with the loops up. We're going to find 2 ties. Hey, Karen. we're just going to drop that in there. And we're just going to give it a twist. Bring it this way. Woohoo! There we go. Now we're going to do that all the way around. Once again, let this roll onto itself. Get it about there and squish. Oh, one of the questions I was getting asked was, how far do you space it apart? Honestly, it's to where it's kind of touching. There isn't really like a certain measurement. I just go, oh, that looks about right. It's about, you know, it's not going to leave a gap. So there we go. So we're going to work our way all around this way, and then we're going to go the other way, okay? So you guys, we're full steam into Christmas now. Full steam ahead, man. Okay, roll that in. Hey, Dallas. Got our little squishy here. And I like this mesh because it's got the, right? Like, this is perfect for gingerbread. I've used this for snowmen. Came out super, super cute. You see, I'm just pulling them this way. So we're going to get, all right, you get the red, white, and these. Just working it around. 18 inches. It's just like on the round wreaths. I always cut them 18 inches. Unless it's like a 36 inch, and then I'll cut them around 22 inches because the wreath is bigger, okay? This is a 30 inch, so we're good. Even the 32 inch, I'll cut them at 18. But once you start getting like the 36 inchers, I'm usually cutting them at 22. So 18. Oh, of course. And we're just working this around. Bring it in, you guys. If you guys have seen the website, she's been adding more things on there. So a lot of stuff is coming in. So make sure you guys are checking it out. Once again, this is a kit. It is pinned at the bottom. Okay. So you see, that makes such a difference, right? We're getting the gingerbread color, plus you got your red and white going on. So we're good. We're good. Here. Now we're going to spin this bad boy around. Now do the other side. Yeah, it's full steam right. Sarah and I actually were talking about, we got to do some trees. Once again. So, we should be doing some trees here pretty soon. And one of the other questions I get asked, does it matter which direction you go in? It doesn't matter. Sometimes I do it and then start working this way. Sometimes I go back that way. It does not matter. And the other thing too, it's Christmas, so it's okay if we've got some of these little pines sticking out. Because we still, right, we can see the red. So super pretty. Thanks for hopping on, you guys. Really appreciate you. I'm bringing this in. We're supposed to be, I think, next week. She's got some more stuff coming in, so just waiting on things. Actually, not waiting. We've got, if you guys have seen, there's tons of greenery coming in. Ooh, I'm doing on Tuesday, I'm doing another grapevine with a really pretty kind of rustic looking Santa sign and some more greenery. So, yes. So everything's in the center. All I'm doing is one side and the other. That's all I'm doing. Okay. Put them in. Okay. So that's what we have right now. You see, it's going to go all down the center. Now, I like the top to be wider, obviously because it's the top. So I have some pieces, 2 left. So we're going to put one on this side and one on this side. But this time, it's not going to be all the way to the center. I'll show you. So once again, right, don't wrap my hair up in it. Bringing this in, hold it to there. Now what we're going to take is we're going to take one of these ties, right? And we're going to come about halfway out. We're going to put that right there. And we are literally just going to wrap that around. Okay, so you see it wrap, and then we're going to wrap it around the rest of that. So you wrap it around here, and then you wrap it down the tie right there. Then we're going to put it here. And now that's going to make our top portion wider. Then we're going to do it on the other side. Get out my hair. Bring it in. Oh, my fingers ain't working. It's been a long week. Squish it. Find one of the long ones right here. Go about that far, about 3/4 of the way. See which one's longer. Oh, that one's good. Okay. Wait, is the one that's longer? So we're trying to find one of the longer ones. Okay, this one's a little longer. Okay, we'll use this one. Once again, put it right there. Down. Go like that, and then we're just going to wrap it around the bottom portion of that. Okay. And see how now it's wider? It's wider on the top. This is where you kind of move them around a little bit. I am going to probably pull some of these little shorter little red pieces to just kind of come out. So I want to see some of the red. Now, if I really wanted to, I could probably add another piece right here, because I am going to put a bow there. Let me do that, you guys. Hold on. Okay, I will tell you, I'm not going to measure it out, but it's approximately 18 inches. Same thing. Roll it in. 2 of the ties there. Okay, there we are. So now it's perfect. Wider at the top, and then it goes down. And that's usually how I add mesh. Okay? Now you got plenty of support for your sign and anything else you're going to put on there. Okay? So we've got our sign. Oh, this is another question I got asked. I'll probably end up doing a video and put it on my YouTube channel, to be totally honest. Okay, so I use a little hole punch, make a hole, and then just put a pipe cleaner through on the back. See how it has the little sawtooth? I find the center, put a pipe cleaner, and tie it. That's it. And then this is how I will add my sign on there. So what we're going to do is, let's do that. We're going to put this probably right there. So we're going to push our ties here. It's going to go around the back. Ooh, come back. You want to make sure that you're tying it around the spine, okay? Give it just a hold. So I just give it a little bit of a twist and then come to the top. Same thing. Remember, we want to make sure that it's got support, so it's sitting on top of that mesh. Goes. There it goes. And just getting one a few minutes ago, how was a piece of mesh put on the point? I just wrapped it around one of the ties. I used one of the ties from the frame. You can go back and watch the replay. It usually goes on right after I finish here. So we're just going to tighten that a little bit. Want to make sure you're not over tightening it. Alright, so it doesn't look like the wreath is eating it. There we go. So it's on there good. Make sure you give it a nice couple of little twists so it's on there pretty good. And then just tuck that pipe cleaner down so that the metal is not sticking up. Okay. So now we've got our sign on there. See? So now we're going to put a bow up here. We're going to put a bow down here. Okay? So there you go. See, it's a match. And we got to put our candies in there too. That's the one. Y'all, I'm going to have to look at this. How are these candies going to go in? Oh, that's pretty good. So they do come with like a really clear hanger there. Well, it's kind of got glitter on it, but I think we're going to end up using that and tying that in here. Because the idea is I want to put one of these here and then another one down here. So one above and below. But I need to put a bow as well. So, or maybe I'll do opposite. I'll put the bow there and I'll put the candy there and there. That looks much better. Okay, we're going to do that. Now, several ways you can do. You can glue it in. You can use this tie, and to be honest with you, I may just glue this in. You can. Okay, here's what we're going to do. So we're going to cut this off. Totally fine. Don't be scared. I don't want to pull them off because you guys know with styrofoam or anything like this, it's not gonna pull nice and neat out. It is not gonna make that pretty. Okay, so we're gonna put this and we're gonna put it right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna skewer this. So if you guys use whenever you do your florals, make sure you save little sticks. Okay, this is what I end up using these for. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stab this poor little candy. Sorry, buddy. You'll be fine. You'll notice. So I'm going to fish hook it so it doesn't come out. I'm going to put it like that. I want it like that. Okay. So we're going to put it, find a spot here. I'm just going to push it in. I mean, this is really nice and thick. So what you're probably going to want to do is use needle nails. Okay. That's in there pretty good. Now, because I did that little fish hooky thing, it's not going to come out. Okay. So now we're going to just add just a little dab of glue. All the way around. So that sucker stays in there. Okay, so that's what I got. See how it's at an angle? That way when I put it in there, it can hook onto. You can do it either way. So what I'm going to do then is cut this a little bit shorter. There's lots of ways you can do this, you guys. This is just one way right now. So don't be like, oh my gosh, no. Yes, yes. So we're going to add a bunch of glue. And we're going to put that into the mesh there. You want to have it go there. We're going to add a bit of glue in here. Make sure it stays there, okay? Don't be scared to glue your stuff in. You can also use your needle nose to make sure you get it in there. Okay. I would put it down on a table like this, and I'm going to add more glue onto it so that it doesn't go through the back. So all we're going to do is we're just going to put that right there. Push it down a little bit. Do the same thing I usually do, which is wiggle it. So it actually stays. Don't go putting your finger in there either. You're going to burn yourself. And you're going to be mad and go, Sonia told me to do this. No, she did not. She told you don't do that. Okay. It's going to take a minute to get that dry. And now we're going to do the other one down at the bottom. So we got that one there. And we're going to put the other one down here. Same thing. We're going to cut this off. And we're going to put this one down here. Okay. So I'm going to show you two ways how to add an attachment. So I did that way. This is another way. So these ties that are on here, they're thick metal, right? You can actually, and I've done this before, so don't be go, oh my gosh, no. Yes. Cut that a little shorter. And I've actually stabbed these into this because it is kind of foam, right? That's what you do. So there's all kinds of ways. Remember, it's also wire, so it'll go in there. Okay. Make sure you got some of that mesh there. And then you're going to put glue around here. There's lots of ways you can add attachments, you guys. You guys can use floral pins. All kinds of stuff. Okay? We're just holding that there for a sec. I know it's like watching paint dry. I know. I know. Remember, the more you wiggle it, the more it touches, the more secure it's going to be. Okay. I may end up putting another little bit of glue there. If you want the mesh to make sure it touches, use your needle nose. And just push up on it. Just gotta be careful. There we go. Okay. You see? So one we did with a stick. One we pushed onto the tie. Okay? And put glue underneath them. Both of them have glue underneath. But see? And they're both staying on there. This one's a little bit more at an angle. I could kind of do that a little bit on that one. That'd be fine. So yeah. A lot of different ways to do these things. Okay, guys, let's make some bows. Let's make some bows. I'll grab my bow maker. If you guys have a bow maker, come make bows with me. Okay. And we're going to cut that. Ooh, directional ribbon again. Oh, let's grab some zip ties. We'll need some of those. I need one, probably one longer and one a little bit shorter. Oh, that's way too. Yeah. Okay. I have to use that anyways. Okay. So we're going to come in and we're going to start off. Let me show you these again. If you guys did not see these earlier. Look how cute these are. Right? It's got all the colors. Super pretty. Okay. So we're going to come in. And we're going to start off with our green Swiss dot, you guys. We're going to dovetail that. And we're going to make this tail about 7 inches. And we're going to make our loop 6.5. Remember, you guys, this is a kit. It is pinned at the bottom. 6.5 on that side. And then we're going to make this tail about 24 inches. So it's going to be about right there. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so this is directional ribbon, meaning that the gingerbreads are standing up. Well, I don't want my gingerbreads upside down, so here's how we're going to do this. We're going to make this tail about halfway down. Okay? So we're going to do right there. So we're going to twist that. This was 6.5. This one's going to be 6. And I'm doing this because I want my gingerbread to be standing. I don't want them to be upside down. Actually, you know what? I put the tail on the wrong side. Hold on. I did put the tail on the wrong side. Okay. Anybody can make a mistake. I put the tail on the wrong side. So, no big deal. You just take it off. You already have the creases in. That's what makes it easy. If you do something like that, you already put your creases in. You don't even need to really measure too much. Okay, there we go. And our gingies are still facing up. Okay, now we're going to come in with our red and white stripe, you guys. Dovetail that about 1/2 inch down. And we're going to do this at 5. And then bring this one down about 1/2 inch difference, staggered. Okay, lift this up here. Our zip tie. Here are the teeth. And put this around the back. I'm going to move that out of the way. Now we're going to finagle, you guys. I always say that. I finagle. I finagle tails. Okay, we're going to give it one last little tug here. Trim that. We're going to move it around a little bit more when it's up there, but I want to show you guys what it looks like for right now. Right? So we have our green on the back, and then you can see our red and white. So we're going to put this right up here. And as usual, you want to make sure that when you're putting this zip tie through, it's going to go all the way through on the back, and it's going to go around the center of the spine, right? It's got to go attached to the spine itself. Okay. And now we're puffing this out, and we're tightening that up a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to bring our longer tail. We're going to put that right around there. So what we're going to do is we are going to, and this is why I cut these a little bit shorter, because that's about where that's going to go. Okay, we're going to take this and we're going to gather it. So now you've built your little bump there. We're going to grab one of these ties. There's always a tie here. There we are. And we're going to use that to wrap around to hold that ribbon in place. If you're worried that's going to come undone, you grab your needle nose and you just give it a squeeze. Let me pull that a little bit higher Just that it's not right on top of that sign. See that? And then this is coming and it's right there. So we're going to add another gingerbread tail right here. I froze. I'm back. I didn't see it freeze. Then again, I was looking at the wreath. Okay, so we're going to add another tail, you guys. See how our gingies are standing up? So I want to put another tail right here. So I'm going to cut about 8-inch, I'm saying about 9-inch, because I need a piece. All right, and we want to make sure that our gingies are standing. So we're going to dovetail, that's the top. So when you cut one of these, all you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're just going to gather it, okay? So all you're doing is you're just adding the tail up here. You're going to find a tie. And you can just use a tie to wrap around that piece of ribbon. Okay. And we can actually trim this a little bit. Oh, we've got that there. There we are. See, it's literally that easy. I'm going to pull that one a little bit more this way. So now we just added another tail right there. Okay, guys, we're going to add a bow on the bottom here. Sure, let's. We are going to, we're going to do a 7-inch tail. Bring that down. Now we are going to do 6.5-inch loop. 6.5-inch loop. Okay, and we're going to bring this down, and that's going to be about 14 inches. Okay, now we're going to bring our gingerbread. We are going to dovetail that. We're going to start on the opposite side. And we're going to match those up. And this was 6.5. This is going to be 5.5. So 1 inch. Did you lose me? I'm still going on here. Are you sure? Let me know, you guys, because I'm still showing that I'm going on both. Okay, 5.5, you guys. Push that down. And our tail's coming up. And we're matching those up. You guys, am I gone? Am I not gone? Am I still here? I'm still seeing people. The last comment I see is Trina saying she lost me. And now I'm back. And then I'm lost. You can see me? Okay. Trina, maybe try going back out and back in. Thanks, Carol. I'm not sure. Okay, so now we're going to come in. And if you notice, there's a tail on each side. Loops on each side. It's a little bit different style ribbon. I'm sorry, bow. Okay. Okay, good. Now we're going to come in, and this is going to be about 1/2 inch. And what we're going to do with this one is, this one's going to be a 4.5. Four and a half there. Perfect. Thank you. I wasn't... Okay, so we've got 6.5, 5.5, 4.5. And then we're coming down here. And we're not making this tail as long. It's kind of just like a little accent. So it's about 8 inches or so. Okay, perfect. So this is a little bit different style bow. There's 2 long tails, but they're different. Each one is of each ribbon, okay? Try to get creative with the bows, you guys. Okay. Zip tie that. Come in here. We're going to push that through the back. Our tails and this down the center. Flip that around. Same thing. And then we're going to give it one last little tug. So you can do a bow like this. It has 2 different colored tails. And then we have the red in the center. See that? It's still the same ribbons. Still the same ribbons. So we're going to come back down here. Towards the bottom here. Push that through. Make sure it's around the spine. So now we've got our bow there. Cutting a little bit of that extra off. Perfect. So now we've got our big bow here. We've got this other bow here. I'll probably trim this a little bit. Right there. And then we've got our long tails. Want to make sure that's kind of centered. So we're good right there. So we got that right there. I may put a little cheater bow right here, just so that, because we've got tails here, we've got a tail coming here, but you see how this is right here? It's missing a little something, something right there. Then we're going to put a little one right there. So we're going to do a little bit. Got to do my green. So we're going to do a 7-inch tail. If you guys do the cheater bows by hand, it's a 24-inch strip, okay? So it's a 7-inch tail, 5-inch loop. And then we dovetail those. Now we're going to come in with, okay, so this is where I don't get so finicky about my directional ribbon, is when I'm doing the cheater bows, just because it is a small bow, so I don't want to make all these cuts. So we're going to hold that. And all we're doing is we're matching up to the one underneath. Okay, push that down. dovetailing that. And now we're going to come in with our red. Cheater bows, you can make them however many ribbons you want. Okay? Once again, match that up. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys, so it's a little bit off. It's totally fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I promise you. Okay. And we're dovetailing that. So here we are. So we're going to put this in and then we're going to spread it out. So we're going to come over here. We're going to move this mesh around a little bit because I know there's a tie right here. At least one or two. I knew it. Yep. Okay. We're going to find that right there. I need a longer. Yeah, I'm going to use that longer one because I want it to wrap around a couple times, right? I want it to be secure. I could zip tie it on there. Okay. So I'm giving it a couple little twists there. And we are going to do that there, and that. So we're going to spread those out. Okay. Take our needle nose. I will also add a little dab of glue when I do this. There it goes. Just to make sure it is secure. So now we've got, come on buddy, come around. There we go. So now we've got a cheater bow here. We've got the bigger bow there, and then we've got this other bow going at the bottom. So see now it's more, it's a little bit better. So we're done with our ribbons here. Now we're going to add these cute, super cute little ball sprays here. So the kit comes with 2 red ones, okay? But I had to grab some green ones since I got the candies, 1 red, 1 green. Don't know how I am. I gotta have my extras. Okay. So here we go. Put these out. Perfect. So these are in like little clusters, okay? So each one comes like this. What I'm probably going to do is this. So we're going to be doing that. So whenever you do something like that, just cut these down a little bit. Use your needle nose. And then just bend them. Squeeze. Now I do leave some longer, some shorter, just so that I can put them in different spots. And squeeze. Okay, so we of course got to do the green. Same thing. So I'm going to start off with 1 of each, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Okay, so let's put, so some of these are, if you can see, some of them are glittered, some of them are kind of matte, and some of them are shiny. So we kind of got a little bit of different textures going on, which we like. Okay, as usual, I always like adding near my bow. Okay. Oh, I to take one of these green ones. And we're going to come in here. Making sure you're kind of wiggling it around so you can see it. Perfect. And then we're going to add down here by the other bow. I always like adding around my bows. That's usually where I start whatever I'm going to be doing. So we're going to go probably around here. Get that in there. And if you notice, some of them have 3 and some of them have 4. So we're just adding these little fun pieces everywhere. Okay, now we're going to come over here on this side of the bow. And if you notice, when I'm adding these, I'm trying not to add green next to green, okay? So if you notice this, so I'm going to have to add some green over there and some red. I don't like doing green on green or red on red usually. I'm going to add those there. And look how cute those are. Okay. Again, coming back here behind the bow. Although now I put red on red, which is totally fine. Goes against everything I just said, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, we're going to add some more in here. So yeah, they're just cute little ball sprays. They just add a little more texture, something a little bit more fun. It also goes really well with the sign because the sign has these little like dots. Okay, not just the little gumdrops. Okay. Fold those down. Remember, you guys, this is a kit. It is pinned at the bottom. The kit comes with the 2 red little ball sprays. The green ones are extras, which I picked out, and the gumdrops are extras on this. So, but I always gotta have extras. Sarah always laughs. She goes, "Where's your extras?" Ooh, you know I got some. I gotta always have them. It's no fun if you can use extras. So all we're doing is we're just gonna keep going and adding some of these in. Now, I may end up adding some colors next to them. It's totally fine. Okay, remember, at the end of the day, you're just trying to make something cute that's playful. That's really cute right there. I like that. So we're going to come down here, I think, with this one. It's a little bit longer. And I'm going to have to add this little red on red. Remember, the rules always change, you guys. No. There are no rules. It's creative. So, however you want to do it. See, they're just fun. They look really cute next to the sign because it's got all the little dots on it. So we're going to come in here, put some of the green over here. I'm going to add this green on the top up here. Now I am, this one, since you can't really see it there, oh no, maybe that piece back. I'm going to take this little ball right there. And I'm going to add it to the center of that bow. So that'll be really cute. So all we're going to do is put that right there. That one's fun there. And I'm probably going to cut this little one and put it on the bottom. What I'm doing is adding it to the center of my bow. Oh, there we go. So now we've got that there. But see how playful that is? Super cute. We've got one last green here. I'm probably going to pull this little piece off and add it right down here. Oh wait, I got that one there. So we're going to add it on the opposite side. So we've got that there. But see all the little ball sprays playing off the sun. I'm going to leave this because I'm probably going to find something else to put it on. Going to be like, oh, we should go there. So this is the gumdrop one, you guys. Look how fun that is. So we've got our gumdrops. We've got our sign. We've got our big bow here. We've got our bow on the bottom. We've got our cheater bow. And then we've spread all these little fun ball sprays all throughout. Kind of tie everything in together. Okay, you guys. I'll clean this up, take a pretty picture of it. Once again, this is a kit. It is pinned. Oh no, Nikki. Thanks, you guys. It is pinned at the bottom. It is a kit. The extras are the gumdrops, which you guys, there's like 4 or 5, I think there's 5 different colors of the gumdrops. So now you know what size they are. They're a good size. They're super cute. But yeah, she's got several different ones. I think she has light pink and blue for kind of like the Candyland theme as well. So yeah, super fun. Once again, pinned at the bottom. The video will be up as usual for 30 days. Then you can catch it. Okay, so after we put the video up, you can catch it in 3 places. You can either catch the replay here for 30 days. You can go over to the Wreath Shop YouTube page and find it there. It's going to be on there. And then I also put it on my YouTube page, The Red Rustic Rose. So you've got 3 different places you can find it afterwards if you guys want to go back and look at everything. Okay? Okay, you guys. That is it for tonight. I'll be back on Tuesday, and I'm going to be making a rustic Santa Claus grapevine. Super excited about that. Got all that stuff together. I'm like, Sarah, I want to put this together. So yeah, super excited about that one. You know me, I love my grapevines. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. How did you get the little bulb stems to stay? Glue? Well, they're just on a stem, so I pull them off, and then I just bend the end, glue, and then stick them into the mesh. That's why I always wiggle it. I always wiggle it. That way it touches different spots, and it'll stay on there. Always use good glue. Gorilla Glue. It's the only glue I use. But that's it for tonight. Okay, you guys, I will see. How did you get the... that's not what I just answered. But yeah. So that's where you can catch the videos. Come back in, hang out with me Tuesday. Oh, make sure you're following the page here, the Wreath Shop, and then go over to my page, The Red Rustic Rose. Follow me there too. I got fun stuff too. Okay, you guys, have a great weekend. Bye, guys.